Hey everybody. So a good friend of mine just called and asked if I could ferry a 182 from New Mexico up to Anchorage for him. I said yes, because it sounds like an amazing trip. I'm also going to see if my son Connor wants to join me, because I think he would really enjoy it. So I'm pulling up to our hangar here. I think he's working on our 182, and see if he wants to take a trip. Hey, Connor.
What's up, Dad?
What you doing?
Left side fuel tank's leaking from the sump, so just taking off this panel to see what I can see. What are you up to?
Well, a buddy of mine just called. We've got a 182 that needs ferrying from New Mexico up to Anchorage, and I was wondering if you might want to come along.
Yeah, when will we go?
Now, I just checked the weather. There's real nice forecast from Seattle up to Anchorage for the next 3 days, and there's a flight leaving Minneapolis for Albuquerque in about 4 hours. So
we gotta go.
Yeah, so why don't you run home, grab your stuff, and we'll go to Alaska.
How long are we gonna be gone for?
That'd be about 3 days, 4 days.
You can make that work.
All right, awesome. Let's go do it.
Sweet.
Let's go do a ferry flight.
But of course, perfect weather never lasts, and by mid-afternoon we were scud running between the peaks of the Shell Creek Range in southwestern Utah.
Hour 3 of our ferry flight to Alaska, and we're coming up on some clouds over the mountains in southern Utah. Might need some cloud obscuration. We also come to a point on our map where we don't have any airports to show us what's happening, so we're going to do the good old-fashioned, let's go and see how stupid we can be. I think, Connor, is that a good idea?
I think we're going to make it. If it goes any down further, we'll just hooktail around that mountain and follow this valley. You can see right here. Hook around, follow that valley, and skip that MOA. We can circumnavigate if it gets lower. We should be fine.
It looks like a decent plan. We've got a lot of outs. We've got a lot of gas. And we've got the skills, we got the tools, we got the talent. Okay, here we are in Elko, Nevada. First stop on our Alaska ferry trip. Getting here was kind of challenging. There was a lot of mountain obscuration, a lot of low clouds, a lot of poor visibility. Why did we do it? Because we have a mission to accomplish and we can't go in the clouds because it's full of ice. And that looks like the next leg is going to be the same. Our original plan was to go to Seattle, and now it's looking like if we can get to Boise, we'll be doing good. We've got some VFR airports out there, we got some low IFR airports out there, and everything in between. So let's go do some scud running.
The low clouds north of Elko turned out to be a non-issue, but we still found a place to have a little bit of fun. The next morning we took off for Alaska with a quick pit stop in Seattle. Along the way the scenery changed, just a little.
So day 2 of our ferry flight 182 from New Mexico to Alaska. The scenery's getting a little boring and monotonous, as you can see. When I say monotonous, spectacular view.
After 4 hours of truly spectacular mountain flying, we arrived at Ketchikan, Alaska.
The end of day 2 of our Alaska journey in the 182 from New Mexico to Anchorage. It was an awesome day of flying. Got to go over some pretty amazing mountains and inlets on the way to Ketchikan, which we are here at now. Beautiful Ketchikan. We got a full moon. We're right here in the fjord. We got 2/3 of a tie down. Connor, unfortunately, has drawn the short straw because I made him, and he gets to shrivel with a broken shovel.
It's the best shovel known to man. That's for speed right there, the crack. So when you...
Speed cracks.
No.
I thought crack kills.
Yep, yep.
And under here somewhere is the tail tie down. Because we are diligent ferry pilots and we will not leave our plane unsecured for the night. We got the 2 wing tie downs are clear, but the tail is gonna take some digging. Anyway, day 2 in the books. See ya.
The next morning we wasted 3 hours in Ketchikan waiting for avgas, which never arrived, before being forced to take off with minimum fuel for Petersburg. After a quick pit stop in Petersburg, Connor and I took off with a full bag of gas for Anchorage. I was really looking forward to the scenery on this last leg of our journey, and it didn't disappoint. Okay, there you have it. Unfortunately, we didn't get the approach and landing into Anchorage because it's really busy airspace. Plus, we forgot. All in all, it was a fantastic trip, and if you ever get the chance to fly to Alaska, I highly recommend it. If you like this video, please click the like button. If you haven't yet, please subscribe and stay tuned for more adventures, because we're going to have a lot of them. Blue skies.